to Zeta Global Radio. I am Savante here with you on this blessed Saturday. We are here to talk about all things uniting humanity together on this very, very special event coming up in May in the beautiful, beautiful sacred land of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Actually, my former stomping grounds being there, and it is an absolute honor to open up the show. This is actually going to be a two-series show, both this Saturday and next, because there are so many peaceful, compassionate, and loving beings, musicians, spiritual leaders, all uniting for this incredible moment, this divine appointment. And to bring this all together, we are here and honored to have the incredible spiritual leader, world-renowned. We have Grandmother Flor Mayo here, who is asking for all of us to take a moment to share in the space and learn all about what the Gathering for Humanity is all about. So without further ado, it is my honor to welcome back to the show Grandmother Flor Mayo. Blessings.
Thank you so very much. I'm sending my prayers to each and every one of you in the four directions on this beautiful, beautiful sacred day, remembering that we as humans have a relationship with all of nature, that we are one and the same, that we are cannot separate ourselves from all of the beauty that is around us, the spirit of the water, the spirit of the wind, the spirit of the fire, and, of course, the spirit of the beloved Mother Earth, that we are constantly working together with these sacred elements, and that the more that we think that we are not separate from each other, the better that we are not only feel but understand understand the deep spirit of nature. So I greet you with those words this very moment, and to talk a little bit about the gathering. And I say talk a little bit because it's a continuation and an ongoing conversation and dialogue between all of us humans. Now,
let me ask you. Let me just ask before we begin and get into, because it's such a massive gathering and it's so incredibly beautiful. The hosts, the guests, the musical guests, everybody coming for this. How long has this been in planning, or was this divine creator told you this is what we needed to do, or how did this come into form? Where it is getting ready for May?
It's divinely coming together in the way that the Great Mystery does things. I was only told about it this past December. You know, we're talking about maybe 4 months ago.
Wow.
Yes, and the reason that I was told to bring people together is for healing. Not only healing of humanity, but the continuous healing for the earth and all of the elements. I received a visit from the Holy Ones, the Star Beings, our brothers and sisters, our relatives, the Star Nation. I am still in the process of moving this energy. I don't have, how should I say, an answer to every question, but I am saying to people it's about us coming together and unifying and coming as one nation of people. This is a collective effort that we need to do right now. We are being warned that things are going to get worse, and if we don't come together as humans in the name of healing, okay? Not only healing ourselves as a race, but also healing all that is around us. So we consciously have to come together with that one thought. And I was told that one person cannot do it alone, so it's not like everything's going to be okay if I sit in my little prayer chair and pray about it. It's not. It's about bringing everyone together, having a dialogue, praying together, doing ceremony together, looking at each other. One of the phrases they said, looking at ourselves within our eyes, eye to eye, to experience that we are one when we look at each other, that we are one and not separate or somebody else, or not being considered. So it's an enormous effort for all of us, wherever we are, to come together. If it's impossible to physically come together, join us in prayer.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the physical coming together. I know it's a 5-day retreat. Do you want to just share a little bit about what it's like? Because this is the perfect time for people, no matter where you are, if you do feel called, come to this gathering, because there's a limited amount of space, and we want to make sure that if you feel the call, that you know exactly what is happening and what's available and how long it is and stuff. So you want to maybe share a little bit more about what it is, what they can look forward to?
Okay, so like I said, it is something that it is unfolding, and it will unfold organically. We're going to do the first day as a public day for the community, the area here in New Mexico, for elders to come and different tribal nations to come together here, to invite them so that we can pray together. So that would be like the beginning day, the welcoming day. The following day will be the day of the initial program, where those presenters, including myself, we will start. We're still in dialogue, meaning holding the prayer in the heart. Just exactly the sacred fire, at what time it's going to be lit. That kind of detail I don't have with me right now. I'm waiting for the elders to come so that we can, put all of this together.
Beautiful.
At any time, that we come, whether we come for the community day, whether we come for the 4 days, whether we come for 1 day, it's open in such a variety of ways that if all you want to do is just come for 1 day, that's absolutely perfect. On the last day, which would be on the 21st, we're having an open house for the past. This is where the temples are. For that, there is a small donation of $20, and everyone is going to be there. Everyone's invited to come to the 40 acres. So at whatever capacity that you want to do this is that is available.
Beautiful. For those who are just tuning in, we're talking to Grandmother Flor de Mayo for the Gathering for Humanity in Santa Fe, New Mexico, May 16th through the 20th, with an additional day at the 40 acres. In the few minutes we have left on this segment, do you want to share more what the 40 acres is for people who are new to understanding what that is?
About the 40 acres, this is where I received the vision from the Beloved Mother, asking me to put seed bundles together for the future generations. This is the place where collectively myself and other volunteers came together and helped put these tangible temples together, representing the 4 sacred elements of life. This is where we have the seed temple, and this is where we have the temple of the Golden Child. And speaking of the Golden Child, I want to share with everybody that yesterday the baby has become 7 years old. The baby was actually born on March 18th. The vision was given to me on that particular day.
Wow.
7 years ago. So the temple right now and the vision of the baby is 7 years old. We are celebrating in our hearts the golden beings that we are, each and every one of us, the androgynous golden beings that we are, coming, renewing ourselves, how should I say? We're constantly shedding ourselves and becoming more and more of the light as we move on through this process of our physical life. And so we become these golden beings. And I encourage everybody to look into that, the teachings of the Golden Child, and to see the video that's on my page, and to hold yourself, embracing yourself, blessing yourself as this golden being, being here on earth at this particular time, to remind each and every one of us who we really are. We're not these physical persons that we see ourselves as, We're this divine being, a child of the Divine Mother, and how beautiful we are, embracing ourselves with that beauty. So we bless ourselves constantly.
Another for the reminder, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about the Gathering for Humanity. If you mentioned earlier your page, and that is followthegoldenpath.org, and that is to learn more about the sea temples and everything going on at the 40 acres. You're listening to Zeta Global Radio. We'll be back in a moment.
Sandy Wyndham is Florida's premier artistic photographer. Her passion shines through every picture she takes. Whether creating a series of artistic shots, headshots, corporate shots, or capturing one of life's most memorable moments, she just can't be beat. Consider Sandy Wyndham Photography. Visit her now at sandywyndham.com and let her know you're a ZGR listener for special discounts.
Trice Massage Therapy and Skincare is Southwest Florida's premier holistic and wellness spa to relax and rejuvenate your well-being. Founded by Lucille Trice, this enlightened haven located in Cape Coral offers a variety of massage therapies including Swedish, deep tissue, and trigger point massage. Trice offers detoxifying body wraps and facials using natural organic ingredients to pamper your skin and restore balance and health. Visit their Trice Massage Therapy and Skincare Facebook page or call 239-672-0526 and book your experience today. Mention ZGR and receive a complimentary ionic foot detox experience.
Thank you for being here. Welcome back to Zeta Global Radio. I am here with Grandmother Florida Mayo. We are sharing a story today about a wonderful event, Gathering for Humanity. Please check out gatheringforhumanity.org. This is a call to your soul to come awaken through the seeds of knowledge and wisdom, join with others, to care about the planet, the mother, peace, compassion, love, and light, May 16th through the 20th. Grandmother Florida Mayo, you have gathered an incredibly beautiful ensemble of beings, some who will be sharing story here over the next couple shows. You want to just talk a little bit more about these wonderful beings. You have hosts, you have guests, you have lots of musicians, and of course we're big here into honoring the sound current and how that really unites people. So thank you for bringing that. And I just wanted to mention that Grandmother Flor de Mayo is one of our voices on Music to Heal the Earth, another project that is also sharing the conversation, as you said, Grandmother Flor de Mayo, about all of us needing to come together. You can't just do it as one. We all need to start having dialogue and creating that oneness and dispelling separation, because we're really all one. So I'll let you take it from here.
Yes, when I received this vision, it was in the month of December, like I mentioned a few months ago, 4 months ago. I received a visit from the Star Nation, and I was told to bring humanity together, to bring people together. And I was advised that not to do it alone, that one person cannot do it alone. And after I awoke from the vision, I put some words down in an email, and I sent it out to several organizations in the area. And these organizations wrote back and mentioned, yes, I'd be interested in collaborating and working with you on this. And so that was the beginning. This was the beginning of the conversation, the beginning of the dialogue, the beginning of how to bring this together, and how do we bring speakers together, and which speakers to come together. We thought about bringing elders, grandmothers, to be on the forefront of the conversation, and to speak to each and every one of us on their concerns. For myself, it's an open situation where I can express myself from my heart and speak about the experiences that I've had throughout my life with the star beings. This is the beginning of another part of my life that I have been experiencing, and to let people know that we really are not alone, and we really are not who we think we are, that we are carrying so much of the DNA from the stars, and we have so much information about the star beings that we collectively, when we come together as brothers and sisters from the stars, that we could, go into a different reality. And how beautiful that is, and how blessed we are, and the magic that happens when we come together. Many of us are speaking the star language, and many of us are carrying the star codes from eons. And some of us are carrying the prayers, and some of us are carrying the sacred writings, which is really, really important to share that. So, yes.
I love how on the page you said, collectively we will go through a process of incredible cosmic remembrance. That really strikes a chord with me, and I just wanted to see if you want to touch on that a little bit.
Well, it's quite complicated, and we can't put our finger on one thing or another, because what they're asking us is that when we come together collectively, that the momentum is going to start. And so I've been saying to everybody this is part of the great mystery, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When we come together, the magic is going to happen, and we can, we cannot predict on how we're going to be moved, nor can we predict how it's going to happen, because all of us are carrying different information.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are creating a space here. We are creating sound and music to help us collectively come together. We are creating a circle of light when we come together. Not only a circle of light, but a circle that is going to open different dimensions for everybody in different places. And of course, I really don't have the English language to really express on what exactly is going to happen, because my mind works very, very simply, and I go back and I say, these are the blessings of the great mystery. It's like opening a book, but you don't know what is in the book. Mm-hmm. You're at a standstill, opening the book. And what you see there is such a diversity of information, because we're all carrying information from the beginning of our lives, not only physical reincarnation and physical DNA information, but we also have this light body that has a lot of light DNA information. And it's almost an impossible thing to try to explain it, because it is just so broad and so big. And who is really to say who is who, and who plays what role in this unification, this gathering. And so for those of us that that hear the calling, I'm saying, join us in whatever your capacity. Capacity means whether you are at home in prayer, listening, or coming over to the Chi Center, which is the healing place, the Shugon Center in Lamy, New Mexico.
Sure, in Gallup. And we're going to have Master Ming Tong Gu next on the show, and he'll share a lot about that. He's got a beautiful, beautiful retreat center. And that's where the gathering is taking place?
Yes. This is the physical place where I was, where I had the physical manifestation. This dialogue with the star beings. This is where when people said to me, "You had this vision. Where are you going to have the gathering?" And I said to everybody, "We have to go back to the original place, the place where I had, this vision." And for myself, I'm still processing it. I'm still praying to remember all of what I experienced. And somehow, my Creator has pity on me, because I don't get the download in one big whoosh. I get it gradually, which for me, it's the only way that I can handle things, is for things to happen gradually, because some of these things are just so way out there that it's difficult to integrate, all of that, and to keep your feet on the ground. I still have responsibilities, not only responsibilities for myself, but responsibilities with my family and my home, and my responsibility with my husband and my pets. So I can't, be out there in space, for 4 or 5 months, So that's what I'm trying to say, that, my beloved has pity on me, that it's given me the information gradually as I can process it.
This is the first one, and are you intending this to be an annual gathering in the same place, or go around the world, or one step at a time? I believe probably.
I saw it as that the seed is started here, and that those men and women that would like to bring it to their community, that it will continue to grow, and it will continue to move nations of people. And that's the thing, is to help us to remember that we are not only terrestrial beings, that we're not only humans, but we are celestial, galactic beings. And we have to be able to move swiftly and to try to understand what that means, and to live it, breathe it, and be it as quickly as possible. We're being asked, there is an urgency to do this.
Okay.
And so this is why things are happening as quickly as they are happening. And my prayer is that, to be able to do what I am being asked to do. And this is why I'm putting the word out, to become one of the original people that are putting this together for the sake of humanity, for the sake of prayer, and for the sake of moving forward, continuing to move into the light. We're being told that we need to move as quickly as the light. We're being told that the path is clear. Like, just keep moving. Don't get caught up in distraction. Just keep the prayer going, keep moving,
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for creating this, or facilitating this divine appointment. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon, and welcoming everybody to come to this incredible event. Again, please visit gatheringforhumanity.org. When we come back, we'll be speaking to Master Minka Tongu, who is from the Chi Center, the Wisdom and Healing Center there in Galveston, New Mexico, who will be joining Grandmother Florida Mayo, and all of us who will be joining them well. You're listening to State of Global Radio. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you ready to delve deeper to find the truth of who you are and discover your own unique gifts for the world? Have you searched for an understanding of your creative expression and how to bring that into form? World-renowned spiritual practitioners Teresina and Martin Bakens invite you to 2 special upcoming enlightened retreats. May 17th through 19th, join Teresina with co-presenter Cheryl Ryder for the powerful retreat Healing with the 5 Elements, held at the Sevilleta Federal Wildlife Refuge between Belen and Socorro, New Mexico. On June 8th through 10th, Teresina and Martin Bakens will be back teaching the sacred spiral of the phenomenal people, now reserving on the beautiful tropical paradise of Pine Island in southwest Florida. You'll join others to celebrate the sacred understanding of self, remember the ancient wisdom encoded in your body, and the opportunity to explore the creatrix within. You will emerge with the experience of an even more inspired, empowered you. Early registration and pricing is available for both retreats, and for more information, please visit beaconsoflove.com. That's beaconsoflove.com. Hi, Lainey Savante here, and I'd love for you to visit my new Facebook page for my private tarot and oracle session readings called Intuitive Wisdom. That's IN2UITIVE Wisdom. Conscious strategies for manifesting a more harmonious life. Don't we all want to have that? Let's see what's in the cards for you as we look at what needs to be cleared, expanded upon, and evolved. There's a lot to explore when we take a deeper look inside ourselves. Welcome back to Zeta Global Radio. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you to Grandmother Florida Mayo for sharing your beautiful wisdom as always and letting us know about this incredible gathering. We now have the very honored to have him back. Master Ming Tonggu is here from the Chi Center, the Center for Wisdom Healing Qigong in Galisteo, New Mexico. We had Master Ming Tonggu here when he first was opening up the center, so I'm so excited to have him back and to share not only about how the center is doing, but to also give his input on this wonderful gathering for humanity. So welcome back. It's so great to have you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure, and so grateful to come back and to share with you and with all of you again since the opening of the center. It's great.
Yes. How is the center doing? I'm just so excited to hear.
Yeah, I couldn't begin to tell you, my dear. It's like so much happening. And I have to say, really being surprised. A lot to do with the energy of the land, as you very, aware of that.
Yes.
And the fate is so magical. And so since we opened the center, our program being really accelerating, and the healing, the transformation is really going very deep and faster and much expanded scale. And so now we're so excited to host the grandmother events. I call this as a grandmother event because that's how I feel. Gathering and one of my passion, I felt that for a long time, but now it's really manifesting. It's really gathering wisdom keeper, wisdom teacher, and healers from different traditions. And not only learn from each other, but recognizing that ancient wisdom is all within us, within every one of us, no matter what is your background, what is your culture, what's your history, even what is, where you live. So that is a deeper connection I'm feeling. So now I'm very excited for this event so we can gather together, engage this process in the most deeper way possible.
Beautiful. Grandmother was sharing with us that we're taking this event back to where it all started. Was there a special event? I don't think we went into that too much, but was there a special gathering that was occurring on the land at the Chi Center where this all sort of began?
Yeah, we had, maybe she was referring to the opening ceremony. Yeah, we connected. Then she has been back in the center many times, including one time she was doing a personal retreat. So during the personal retreat, I'm sure she mentioned that in the last interview, she had a vision to calling other grandmother coming together from different culture, but particularly really engaging this deeper awakening, deeper healing for whatever next step that we can prepare. And so by coming together, this can happen much faster. In her language, it's in the light speed. That's what we need. So I'm so ready for that.
Well, then combining with the ancient wisdom and the healing art of Qigong, it makes for a magnificent gathering. Is that the contribution that you see is creating Qigong moments to get, how do we explain it? What will be happening with the work that you do for so many people around the world? What will be happening at the gathering in terms of what you'll be presenting?
Healing is happening in the personal level, global level, and since we moved here, I think it's really continuously expanding. And this event is really about how would I put it? Difficult put into words. So for me, like Qigong representing both on one hand, it's like ancient tradition, not only from China, allow us to connect with this ancient wisdom. But on the other hand, this ancient wisdom now not only become available for all of us in the contemporary culture, particularly at this time of great need, but also make it very accessible, personal, practical. That means you learn something, which used to be secretive, used to be reserved for only, small percentage of people, like royal family, high class people, or, from monasteries, or from particular lineages, such as even, people like trained as a medicine man or woman in different indigenous culture. And these are especially gifted or blessed people. Then, the mainstream people doesn't have opportunity to learn, directly this practice.
Wow.
Gradually now it's open to the mainstream. So I think in many indigenous cultures, these traditions coming forth, say now it's time, let's share these gifts. But from my journey, I think for whatever historical reason, and that happened in China 40 years ago. So now these ancient secrets become available for all of us. And all of us can become medicine man, become medicine woman, so to speak.
Well, I always share the belief that all we ever needed is already inside.
Yeah, it's a wonderful paradox. On one hand, we are here to rediscover what's inside of us. Then on the other hand, it's also opening to total unknown and the mystery. It's beyond familiar. Often I say beyond our story, beyond our perception, beyond our diagnosis, beyond our assumption. And from that place, we can discover the deeper knowing, deeper wisdom, deeper connection. And that is a wonderful paradox, like you're walking with opposites simultaneously.
It's interesting that you're sharing that because the topic of duality is a big topic that it seems to be pervasive about what is happening on the planet, because we're seeing a lot of light and we're seeing a lot of dark and we're seeing a lot of happiness and we're seeing a lot of sad. And how do we find that balance? So there's a great paradox going on. And I think that's another reason you're having this incredible gathering. And as grandmother said, it's an urgent gathering. And I think it is because of this great paradox.
Right, absolutely. I think, all of us are feeling it in some way. This tension, this calling, and this great need for the new step. I can call, always, moving to the next step. But what is the one new step possible to truly bring not only hope, but bring a new paradigm, new connection, new way of life? Often we're speaking of embody heaven on the earth. So in the Qigong approach is really recognize heaven and earth is within you, within your body, connecting your body. When the mind, spirit connecting with your body, cultivating the embodiment of life in this moment, every step on this planet Earth. And that's the way we can truly not only honor life, honor the Mother Earth, honor everything we are engaging as a precious, sacred opportunity.
Beautiful. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more discussion and connection with Master Mingtong Gu and the Gathering for Humanity taking place in May in Santa Fe, New Mexico. For more on the information, please visit gatheringforhumanity.org. We'll be right back.
The Remedy is Albuquerque, New Mexico's premier urban day spa. Created with you in mind, The Remedy offers a spa experience that goes beyond the highest quality treatments and products. They're there to help you relax, regroup, rejuvenate, and escape a bit from your busy life. You'll feel it the second you walk in their doors. They have a distinct menu of Ayurvedic services and therapies to infuse a sense of peace and well-being while allowing you to enjoy a luxurious feel and experience. Ayurvedic lifestyle consultations are available and suggested treatments that include Shirodhara, Marma work, therapeutic massage, Ayurvedic oils, detoxification, and nourishment of the body. For more information, please visit theremedydayspa.com today. Spiritual Communities Network, where we honor the uniqueness in our oneness. Visit our website to meet our vast spiritual community of healers, therapists, conscious events, and activities. Visit and check out our directory, upcoming retreats, workshops, products, free videos, and much more. Many services are available globally by phone, Skype, and other sources of media. You'll also find more information on how you can be a member to promote the work you're doing in the world. Visit us now at spiritualcommunitiesnetwork.com.
Welcome back to Zeta Global Radio. I am here with Master Mingtong Gu from the Chi Center in Galisteo, New Mexico, and we are sharing about the Gathering for Humanity. And I'm so grateful we have this opportunity because we talk about many topics on the show of spiritual principles, healing, health, and wellness, and all sorts of modalities. And people hear about Tai Chi, they hear about Qigong, they hear these names, but I don't know if they ever get a full depth understanding. So I thought just in this moment, and we'll get back to the gathering, but we could share a few words from you specifically on Qigong and the power of it and the belovedness so many people feel about it.
Yes. So on one hand, Qigong is very simple. Qi means energy, the life force animating all life, and the source energy of all creation, and the energy in your body, sustaining, animating your body, your emotion, your mind, and your spiritual development. So it's also really representing the wholeness, the oneness of life within you, around you. So by connecting this energy, then you can enjoy the benefit. That's what a gong means. You're practicing, cultivating this energy to enjoy the full benefit of life, including health and happiness and greater fulfillment. So that is the definition, the process of Qigong. So the practice involved with gentle movement. So you move your body a certain way to release stress, opening energy channel, and on one hand, connecting the greater energy connection with the earth, with the heaven, beyond the visible to the invisible, beyond the form to formless, beyond the physical to the spiritual dimension. On the other hand, you bring this energy, inwardly to nourish life inside of you, honoring the life in your body, the life of your brain, the life of your heart, the life of your cell. As sacred, this energy can awakening the deeper function, deeper capacity of life inside of you. Then the second aspect is really awakening the energy, which might be suppressed, disconnected, stressed, especially stress causing dysfunction of energy in your body. So when you're awakening the energy to more flowing, more connected, more communicative, then the energy awakening to full function, optimum function. So movement can be very powerful. Then second kind of practice may not be well known is the sound healing, the vibrational sound, like you're playing music with the best instrument in the universe. Like in your heart, using your heart to play the music, using your organ to play the music, and then the vibration awakening inside of you and activating the deeper joy, deeper emotional well-being, and especially deeper connection. Often in the form of Chinese medicine point of view, we're speaking of 5 spirits inside of your organ, corresponding to each organ. So you awaken the deeper spiritual dimension of your organ. Often we speak of the intuition of your heart, intuition, guts, these are representing and this knowledge. But how to awaken in that, the sound healing is really powerful, especially at this time, the most challenging energy we are facing in humanity is emotional stress, including fear, anxiety, all these different emotions. So to transform these emotions, I feel has a great impact not only for health but also for well-being of the planet Earth, well-being of life we're experiencing every day. Then the third practice is really tap into the mind by using visualization, meditation. Not only you can relax in the mind, calm the mind, but tap into the energy of oneness, the energy of deeper connection, the energy of the creativity. Then you can go beyond the physical limitation, even go beyond your mental story, can recreate, awakening the greater potential for energy as a foundation of health and happiness and fulfillment of life. So that's the summary of Qigong practice, Qigong principle, and it's really awakening the greater potential as human beings.
Is it a physical movement, or I know you mentioned sound and healing? Is it through is it mostly through sound, or is it a combination of movement and sound?
Often students learn one of these three first. You can starting with the movement, or starting with sound, or meditation. Then you gradually learn more practice. Eventually, you can integrate all these three kind of practice into one routine. And that's how you can progressively learn. It's simple and yet can take time to master the practice, but you can enjoy the practice for, as long as you want, lifetime. But whenever you start to benefit. That's the key. So it's not like professional perfection. It's more about enjoy the practice, enjoy the benefit, enjoy the improvement from where you at any ages, any health condition, and without any limitation. Especially nowadays, so many students starting learning Qigong online. We have an extensive online program for students to start practice from any place of the world, and very progressive, very simple, very systematically organized, and same time supported by the community. So it's amazing time. Now we can really share this ancient wisdom, truly make a difference, starting ourselves, starting everyday life, starting our health, and expanding to greater spiritual connection, so to speak.
And can we utilize Qigong for not only ourselves, but to direct that energy towards our planet, to communities, to others? Because I think part of what this gathering for humanity is this calling for all of us to utilize our strengths and our energy for the greater good.
Absolutely. Often I say, there's a three way you can experience the magic. And first is personally, when your own mind, body, heart, spirit aligning inside of you. And from this alignment and greater potential, greater experience can arise from that. And the second is by gathering together in person, such as, large group with a common purpose, shared vision, and for unity, for love, for healing, for peace, and so on, then incredible awakening, healing start to happen. So third one is really about continuous commitment, connecting with the energy of the earth, the energy of the heaven, and the energy of all creation. And these three connections, I feel, is the most important and is so needed and so ready. We are so ready for it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, I guess that ties exactly back why all of you beautiful beings, and so many of you are gathering there in May, and that's why we're going to be doing 2 shows on the Gathering for Humanity taking place May 16th through 20th. And I love the fact that you said that there's grandmothers from all 4 corners, there's musicians, there's all sorts of different representation of, to me, love, and to me, humanity, and to me, community. So it's an extreme extraordinary event that all of you are assembling, and I highly recommend everyone to come to it. Any last thoughts before we close today?
Yeah, personally, I'm so excited. In China, we have a few thousand people practicing Qigong and every day very intensively for incredible healing in all levels. And this event, particularly, important for me is we're not only practicing Qigong every day in the morning, in the evening, during the day with 500 people, but also really kind of practicing together from all different spiritual traditions with grandmothers' wisdom as well from other different contemporary traditions, different generations, and gathering together, practicing a more intercultural, intergenerational, interplanetary connection. And that's something for me is really first time, for this happen. And so it's so exciting for the Qigong community, for everybody to engage in this process.
Well, I feel your excitement, and I am equally excited. So thank you for everything that you're doing. Again, it's the Gathering for Humanity, Awaken Through the Seeds of Knowledge and Wisdom. And for more information on it, please visit gatheringforhumanity.org. And also, please go to the Chi Center, CHI-ChiCenter.com, to learn everything that Master Ming Gu has shared with us today about the ancient wisdom and healing art of Qigong and the incredible center you have. And of course, what you said about having online opportunities to learn at home anywhere you are in the world listening to this show today. So blessings to you, and thank you so much for all the beautiful work that you do for people.
Thank you, everyone. Blessing.
We are going to have a second 2-part series to this incredible event next week. So mark your calendars. Check back with us here on Saturday as we interview many of the musicians who will be performing and sharing. Of course, we've been talking about sound healing, so now there's going to be live performances, and we're very excited to showcase them, as well as possibly some grandmothers who will be part of this event. So please visit us again next Saturday here on Zeta Global Radio. We're wishing you a wonderful and blessed week.